Hello again, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us. During the last few weeks we've been very busy planting a number of crops that are going to provide us with some lovely fresh vegetables and salads during autumn, even into winter. Where I am at the moment, I'm in front of one of our raised beds where you can see that there's a lot of brassica crops. These brassica crops have been planted in the last few weeks. There are more further down at the bottom as well, in that hooped tunnel down at the bottom. They're going to be providing us with some lovely crops this autumn and winter. Also here you can see that we've got one of our late cropping potatoes in a bucket. These late cropping potatoes are going to be coming in later this autumn and in the winter as well. In the polytunnel as well we have a number of crops that have been planted. Here we've got a mixture of salad leaves, different types of salad leaves that are going to be providing us with some salad during the winter. Over there there's some different types of cabbages as well. And a little bit further down here, in this bed here, we've got a real mixture of different things. We've got some chard and pak choy and lettuces and radishes, quite a collection of different crops that are hopefully going to give us some fresh food later in the year. But the main thing that we're going to be doing today is thinking about some different crops that we can actually plant now in October. The first of the crops that we're going to be planting is autumn planting onions. These onions are autumn champion. We've got some lovely onion sets here. And so we're going to be putting these onion sets into this bed. Now these onions are not going to be cropping obviously until next year, but they're going to get a head start now and hopefully under protection with a fleece and everything they're going to grow really well and we'll have a nice early crop of onions next year. You can see that quite a few rows have been planted already. So that's the first of the crops that we're planting this October, autumn champion onions. And now we're going to move on further up the bed. The second of our crops that we're going to be planting is garlic, autumn planting garlic. The one that we're doing here is TOPADROME French garlic. We're going to be putting the cloves of garlic into holes that have been dug in this well prepared soil. We're planting them at a depth, I suppose we'd say 1.5 to 2 centimetres, something like that. It's about the height of the length of the clove of garlic is that the depth that we're planting them at. So something about like that. Obviously the pointy side is facing upwards, the pointy end is facing upwards. We're putting those in and then we're just covering them over. Okay, so we've done one row there. We'll carry on and do the rest off camera. These hopefully will start to grow before long. They're going to be protected with the fleece and that should give us a nice early crop next year. And the next of the crops that we're going to be sowing this October are broad beans, autumn sowing broad beans, AQUADULCE Claudia. So we're going to put them into the raised bed just here. We've already put in about 8 rows. All that we do is we simply space them out just a few inches apart. And we're then just going to push them down into this well prepared and very soft and fertile soil. So we just cover them over. And as with the other things, we're going to protect with the fleece. So those are 3 crops that we've been planting this October then. And we could plant them in November as well. The broad beans, the garlic, the autumn planting onions. We're going to protect them with the fleece, and that should give us a really lovely early crop next year, hopefully. Other sort of thing that we are going to be planting as well is indoors. This year we're going to be planting more things indoors as well. So this October we're also going to be planting things like pea shoots and microgreens. We're going to try and get some crops from the polytunnel, the greenhouse, maybe even the windowsill in the kitchen as well. So this is something else that we can be planting at this time of year. So even though it's October and November time, provided we don't get blown away out here in the garden, which is what is happening to Nadge now, she's actually literally being blown away, provided we aren't blown away, there are still things that we can plant, still things that we can do, still crops that we can grow. Hope you have a go. Let us know how you get on. Thank you ever so much for joining us. We'll go and get into the warm now, and Nadge will stop being blown away, hopefully. Thank you.